It's a very puzzling report that Professor Hardwick gave here today, in that he only received one call from this number, where we have had numerous reports of complaints of people receiving a dozen or 14 calls, as you know. And actually, he got to speak to someone, apparently, from what he said, which is not the case for the predominant number of people who are complaining about this. It's mostly been people hanging up or asking a really quick question and then hanging up. So apparently, Professor Hardwick got to have a conversation with someone purporting to be from the Poloncarz campaign. But as you know, this situation continues to develop, continues to unfold. There are constantly new facets coming to light. It's interesting to hear that Professor Hardwick got the call, but what was even more encouraging for us to hear was that Professor Hardwick is considering supporting Mark in the election. I think that's a wonderful thing.
Now, do you guys know who's using that number? In other words, we know the number has been bandied about now for about 24 hours. Is that a number that's being used by anyone, either on behalf of the Poloncarz campaign directly or by some organization that's supporting him?
That is not being used by the Poloncarz campaign or by an organization that is supporting him. We have been actively pursuing an investigation to find out who owns the number and who is responsible for the calls, but it's proving to be trickier than we thought going into it. Apparently there are multiple layers of who owns what, who's responsible for what with the number. We're still looking into it and hoping to get to the bottom as soon as possible.
So we're not going to find out tomorrow that it was, somebody from the UAW and they just didn't have their people in control or anything like that?
You won't find that out. No. I would be amazed if that was the case. We don't know anything about that.